Hi, good afternoon. Daniel Thomas here again from the Love March Movement. You know, we're fasting every single Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., right? This week, though, we actually fasted Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., because we have the Love March coming up September 14th. Hope Gardens, make sure you be there. We're going from Hope Gardens to Mandela Park halfway tree. That's next week, Saturday, September the 14th. Love March 2013 coming at you live, right? Really been going hard before the Lord, really praying a lot about that. So really encourage you to be standing with us in prayer. We actually have the all-night prayer meeting coming up this Friday, so not tomorrow, but the day after that, you see me? Friday, September 6th at Christian Life Fellowship, starting at 10 p.m., going all the way to 6 a.m. at Christian Life Fellowship. Parking is available at UTech. Right? We really take this thing seriously. We're dedicated to raising up an army of intercessors, right? To storm the throne of God, praying for sexual purity in this nation, praying for righteousness in this country, praying for the strengthening of the family and the protection of the family structure, right? So, very important. So make sure you make it to the all-night prayer meeting. Make sure you make it to the Love March coming up. Check the Facebook group for more information, or you can email us at lovemarchmovement@gmail.com for any questions that you may have. Zine? Alright, well, just to jump right into the 3 points and the 3 people that we're looking at this week. The 3 points that we're looking at this week. The first point, the first point is that we're praying that more Jamaicans will get married. Right? No, the common law union thing, it is not healthy for the country. Common law unions do not breed families that are well, held together to the greatest level that it can be held together. So marriage actually is like the steel in the family structure, right? Like when you're building, you have the steel parts that you put together to hold the structure together. That's what marriage does. It is so important that persons get married and really make this commitment under God, because for one, you're pledging your word, but secondly, it really provides even the legal backbone now for the family structure and the proper setting in which children come in and then they're poured into, right? So we really want to encourage Jamaicans to get married. We really want to be praying that more Jamaicans would get married, and there's also economic benefit to that. More persons get married, the more decorators we need, the more floors we'll need, the more bakers we'll need, the more venues will get funds, and so there's even economic benefit to that. There's several benefits, but we really want to pray that more people would get married and not just shack up and just pray. Pray that you get to year number 5 and then we can split off that and then find somebody else. Right? So let's be really praying about that. Very, very important point. The second thing that we want to pray about, the second point is we want to pray that our buggery law would remain in place in our nation. Now, if you watch these videos regularly, you probably realize that we say this over and over. And there could just be a full-out campaign to keep the buggery law by itself, primarily, singly, a whole organization, because there's just so much going on all across the world in nations that have removed their buggery law. There's so many related issues. I'm just going to highlight a few of these issues. There's a couple in Oregon. I actually had a brethren who came from Oregon as part of a mission team. And I spoke to him, and he mentioned this couple to me, Melissa and Aaron Klein. They have been driven out of their cake shop in Gresham, Oregon. Right? What happened is that they were approached by 2 lesbians to bake a cake for them. And based on their religious beliefs, they declined. And let me tell you what's happening now. This case is still in court, but because of the animosity towards Christians who are just standing up for what we believe in, right? Everyone has the right, freedom of religion, freedom of conscience, right? We have the right, whoever you are, you have the right to decline your services based on your religious beliefs. You feel like this will be breaching your own conscience. You have the right to not do that thing, right? Or you should. right? This couple, they have had to carry their bakery back to their homes because they have received death threats and even rape threats. A whole lot of hate mail, a whole lot of people just cussing. So they actually decided to remove their business from the store that it was, because since the time that they said that they don't want to bake a cake for this lesbian couple, pretty much so many people have come down and just completely terrorized them, right? And this is what will take place. And this is not fear mongering, this is not some joke or some fairy tale or some exaggeration. It is happening all over the world, right? Anywhere that the buggery law is removed, there is a progression to the loss of freedom of speech, loss of freedom of conscience, loss of freedom of religion, right? Now, this is an example of that loss of freedom of religion. One, they were sued, but two, check out these people that say are all about quote unquote tolerance, right? They're so intolerant of anyone that wants to believe anything that is outside of what they're saying, right? These intolerant liberals literally are shoving their opinions, their what they believe, down Christians' throats all over the world, and not just Christians, because we spoke about Queen Africa last week, who came under severe pressure because of her Rastafarian belief, right? So loss of freedom of religion taking place all over the world. Now, what should really happen is that the government should step in and protect this couple from all of this hate speech. But guess what? The government itself is liberal. So there is no protection for persons like myself, right? If I was in that setting, I would definitely get some of those death threats, right? But there is no protection for the Christian, but there's protection, quote unquote, protection for the homosexual couple. Now this is what's happening. So we're saying we don't want this happen in this country. We not make it happen in that country. Yeah, you see me straight. So we're defending the thing. Second thing under this point though is, I don't know if you've been seeing CVM news recently, but apparently the sex workers have formed a coalition, right? And they are calling for they're going in the direction of saying, they want prostitution to become legal. They don't want any religious organization to target them, XYZ. So, no, I want you to realize these are related issues. This is a large sexual agenda pushing this secularism underpinning, atheistic underpinning, pushing these stuff, trying to push our Jamaican society over this line to say, well, sure, everybody should be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. But we maintain there must be some kind of standards. We must look at what is best for society. And that's why the second thing we're marching for on September 14th is keeping the buggery law and other family-friendly laws, right? Prostitution being illegal is a family-friendly law, right? And if you want to want to know why I said that, you can definitely email us or send a message to the Love March Movement Facebook group. Right, but we need to protect our freedom of speech, our freedom of content, our freedom of religion, and we need to continue to protect any other laws that could be possibly targeted. All right. Now the third thing I want us to pray about. We want to pray that our children be protected from forces abroad or a yaad that want to expose them to sexually explicit material that will likely confuse and misguide them. AKA, we want to pray that our children will be protected from being exposed to things, right, in such a way that would coerce them. Now, to make this point, I would like to highlight a particular organization, Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network, that they're saying to our Minister of Health that they want him to honor the UN declarations to advance commitments on youth SRHR issues. SRHR is sexual reproductive health and rights issues. Now, this is a Jamaican group, and I'm going to read something that is on the site. You can check it out, right? Just Google that. But yeah, I want to just read this line. All adolescents and youth. Now look at those two words. Adolescents, what age group are we talking about? And youth have a right to sexual and reproductive health, to live free from violence and coercion, and to exercise their sexual and reproductive rights. Now, remember, we're not talking about adults, Remember, just read the thing one more time. All adolescents and youth have a right to sexual and reproductive health, to live free from violence and coercion, and to exercise their sexual and reproductive rights. Now, an adolescent, we are talking about adolescents, right? Now, these guys, what sexual and reproductive rights should adolescents be exercising? Now, this is a legit question. This is a seriously legit question, right? And we have to be, we can't live under a rock, people. People of God watching this video, we can't live under a rock. There are people in our country right now that are saying that 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds should have the right to exercise their sexual their sexual and reproductive rights, right? What does that mean? What are they saying? It sounds so similar to what we spoke about probably 2 weeks ago in the IPPF Youth Manifesto, that pretty much saying that all youth, which they, Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network didn't put an age group to it, but the IPPF Youth Manifesto did. They said anyone 10 to 24, that's what they refer to as the term youth. They said they want them to have confidential sexual health, reproductive counseling, and that they should be free to express themselves sexually without any kind of judgment, XYZ. Same thing Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network is saying. They are here, this is what they're lobbying for, to our Minister of Health. We need to pray about this stuff. We need to protect our children from sexual exposure. A 10-year-old does not need to know certain things. A 10-year-old does not need to exercise any sexual right, nothing like that. A 10-year-old should be focusing on school, right, and books and maths, right? The maths rate low right now. Literacy, everything that should be upon them youth their mind. But yeah, we need to pray about those three things. Now, the three people we want to pray about very quickly. Javed Jagar, who has sued the government as the first person. Javed Jagar sued the government, claiming that the buggery is a breach of his constitutional right to privacy. I want to pray for him that he would give his heart to Jesus Christ, really care about Javed, and really want him to come to know Jesus Christ as his personal Lord and Savior, and turn away from his life of sin. Because sin kills, and we don't want Javed to just be swallowed up by the plans of the devil. Right? I want to pray for our minister, the Honorable Fenton Ferguson. Right? We understand that the Ministry of Health is being operated with the mindset that homosexuality is genetic, when there is no scientific evidence to prove that, right? Check twin studies. So I want to pray for him that he'll be guided by true wisdom, which comes from above, right? If you know that line, sounds somewhere, something like the anthem, right? I want to also pray for Dane Lewis, who is the leader of the Jamaica Forum for Lesbians, All Sexuals and Gays, and they've decided to jump in on the court case, right? So we're actually praying for him that he would be set free from any stuff that bother him. I don't know. He would be just set free from those stuff, and he would come to know Jesus Christ as his personal Lord and Savior. We are very diligent about praying for these guys, because we know someone, God is going to really minister to someone, and we want to be praying because we're interested in souls being saved. It's not just about protecting the nation, but it's about souls being saved for the glory of Jesus Christ. Make sure you make it to the all-night prayer meeting Friday coming, 10 p.m. at Christian Life Fellowship. Check it out. Make sure you come in and you pray. And then the love march is in me. September 14. Make it to Hope Gardens at 9 a.m. See if you want to volunteer, check it out. Send us a message. Let's know what's up. And be praying. We need as much prayer as we can get. Right? Bless up. Peace and love.